Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect. Today's beverage is a very sweet peach tea. Either way, welcome back to the game, and the recently completed, some may say, hastily island facility that's focusing on basically not having a perimeter wall, and we're obviously very reliant on the guard towers and the snipers, and it does work. Obviously, it is flawed in the sense that, well, I don't think anyone anticipated making something like this, which is why we've had several errors and issues here and there, which is the main reason why we've sort of wrapped the series up. Either way, this is the Extreme Testing Initiative, which is where we put the prison through its paces by inducing certain events and behaviours that may or may not occur naturally within the prison environment. Things like people trying to escape or fighting, rioting, that sort of thing. And it's for a couple of reasons. Firstly, it's just a bit of fun. And secondly, we often learn a lot about the facility. With this one, I think we're going to learn quite a bit, just how secure or not it is when we do the jailbreak. That's probably going to be the main event. But let's go over to staff here and to instant fight. And I don't anticipate a huge amount of bother because we have, although we don't have armed guards, we have a lot of snipers. We do have several doggo patrols. We've only got 40 inmates, so there's not a huge amount of people to actually fight. And then also all of our guards have got body armour as well as the stun battens. We haven't done a taser rollout. But we have done, there's a couple of deaths, so we have done the first aid training, which is 96% pass rate, 32 pass, so basically it says deaths. If we go over to them, they might actually not be dead. Well, the doctor is definitely dead. So basically, if people are, taken out, often it can be a case of the people then healed up, and it doesn't actually count for that one. Looks to be over here. We have John, who is attacking the dog handler, as well as Errol here, who is currently unconscious, and they had a hand fork there. Okay, so we've got people that are trying to escape. You can see we do have Dread here, the sniper, who is very much ground based, and yeah, you saw the range on that one. So it looks to be Simon Jerem and James Broomfield. They were taken out from all the way over here from this sniper. Remember, we do have, in terms of staff, we do have Car Hyde, which is the warden, and that means we have extra suppression effect from the snipers as well as extra range. So yeah, you can see that we basically covering this entire island. Although what is of note is that obviously they've only got a certain rate of fire, but and this is also doesn't have anyone in it. Okay, let's just max speed this out, but I'm pretty confident that's pretty much it. Looks to be the who's that in there? That is a workman who's been taken out by Alex McEnvoy, or Evie, and they seem to be dragging a set of keys across the ground. Okay, well, that was fight. I didn't think there was going to be a huge surprise in there, but what we'll do is we'll reload it and we'll do a bit of a riot. But I anticipate something similar. Like I said earlier, I think the main event is going to be the jailbreak, but let's just see what happens. Okay, so loading it up at roughly the same time of day with the same schedule, and we're going to do a bit of a riot. So 39 prisoners are rioting. I think because of its work/lockup, most of the riot will be basically isolated to everybody's individual cells, and they may not even leave, although it looks like the cleaning cupboard has been taken. And speaking of taken, it appears that 1, 2, 3, 4 wooden battens they've managed to get, or the clubs. I don't know where they've got all that from, because I don't think you can get it from the cleaning cupboard. So it looks to be Gareth Newall has been, I was going to say they are a cop killer. Why has that happened? And this probably is similar as well. Yeah, cop killer. So if they have the cop killer trait, it's highly likely that the guards will not show a huge amount of restraint. Okay, let's just go over to emergencies. I'm going to bring in the elite ops, although for some reason I can't. That might mean there's a helicopter already on the way. Oh, there we go. So there is the elite ops, and you can see what happens is the helicopter will go somewhere, but you can then control the helicopter by clicking on it, and then you can tell it to go, and yeah, we'll go there and we'll say deploy squad, and what they do is they have the rope and then they rappel down, and then basically they go to work, which in this particular case is probably going to be over here to stop the riot. So we'll bring them in. And a lot of people, even when we don't use the island-bound stuff, they often say always put in a helipad, because then you have the options to bring in the elite ops and the the air paramedics and that sort of thing. So we haven't got free fire on, but these guys obviously haven't got the memo. Let's just send them in there, although it's taken them a little bit of time. Just realised they've got different heads. Okay, that's. Yeah, that's that riot stopped. 5 more prisoners to stop here. I think at least a couple of them are in and around here. But again, not a huge amount of issues, which we did expect. And there we go. There's the riot. There's the riot done with. Okay, let's try that again, but with, well, everybody armed. So we can basically give every single inmate some sort of weapon, and this is normally the thing I finish off with, but I think it's going to be just basically a little bit bloodier than the previous one. And you can see you've got people armed with revolvers, with assault rifles, with drills, you've got sort of submachine guns and sometimes sort of shotguns, and if you're really unlucky, a club and or a lighter. Alright. And I'm seeing, yeah, there we go, look, so people are trying to get out. So they've used the weapons basically to want to get out, and they've managed to get to here. And, oh, is that interesting? That sniper there, I think they missed, I'm pretty confident they missed. I mean, they are tired. That's Sarge, the sniper. Okay, so, interestingly, I didn't have to tell the guys to come in, like the elite ops or anything like that. I didn't have to use guard responses or anything like that as well. And why is that now classed as not secure? Oh, I'm guessing because they've broken open this jail door here, and oh well, that's a lot of rounds on there. And I think they're just shooting up the shower head. Okay, so it's still fighting, it's still going on, but let's see, I don't think there's going to be any major issues. I mean, there's already repairs going on, and if that's pretty much being ended without our intervention, obviously emergencies, we could very much quell the upheaval very, very quickly. Okay, let's load it again, and we'll do what I think is going to be the most interesting behaviour, and that's all of the inmates trying to leave at once. Yeah, I think the sniper's going to be overwhelmed on this one, but let's see how we get on. So we've done an instant fight, we've done an instant riot, we've done everyone being armed, now let's go with a jailbreak. So this is going to be, as I said, I think the main one here. I'm not turning on any guard responses, I'm not putting on free fire or anything like that. I just want to see what the guys do. Now, obviously their goal is to escape, so that means trying to get off the map. And, well, in order to do that, they have to go through past some snipers. I think really, if they're going to get out, the only real way is over here, because it is, yeah, I think when I'm going to attempt an escape, by the way, after this one. I'll tack it on the end. I think this is either completely inescapable because of all the snipers, or there will be a weak spot and it's over here because it's very close to the end, and obviously line of sight is missing. So it's either going to be very easy or very hard to escape from. Let's see. But anyway, it looks to be like this guy is trying to fight their way into the facility. That guy's been taken out again because of cop killer, and well, you know what, the guys didn't really get very far at all. This guy again is just actually trying to fight his way in. It's doing the opposite of what I was telling them to do, which is trying to escape. Okay, that's interesting. Oh yeah, I don't know if you saw that, but this worker is going around and healing people. All right. So we've got that going on there. We have someone that's managed to get inside of the kitchen. Interesting. This guy is Felix. He's what? Hang on. So that's Felix Mead. They're doing visitation, but they've got handcuffs on. That's new. This facility just keeps flinging up more and more surprises every time. Okay, well, to be honest, well, I'm not going to use the word disappointing, but it was more uneventful than I'd thought. I thought if all of the inmates were to basically go 10, 10, 10, 10, like north, south, east, west, up, down, left, right, if every inmate did that, then the snipers would be overwhelmed. But obviously, I didn't account for the guards stopping them before they get there in the first place. Whether or not there was even a sniper shot fired is up for editing me. I'm not really too sure. Okay, well, we've done a little bit of testing, and we figured that actually, even without perimeter wall, it's very secure. And if we need to, obviously we can always bring in the elite ops and the air paramedics and that sort of thing. Okay, let's try a bit of an escape attempt, which is, as I said, it's either going to be completely impossible or exceptionally easy, because I think, if anything, there's a weak spot over here. Let's try that now. So here we are inside the facility. We just spawned straight away in here, and this is prisoner Matile, prisoner number 7994868, sentenced for, well, we actually have no idea, but what I need to do is try and farm some points. That is often our goal here. So what I'm going to do is just start punching things, and then we get out, and then I can go over to here. And sort of ironically, if we start punching the punching bags, actually the guards don't really like it, and I'm not too sure. Let me skip punishments. I'm going to go with swimmer, and you know what? I'm just going to see if I can get out. We have one level of swim. Ideally, you want a higher variation. Now, technically, even though this bit here, this is not set to staff only, you can see it's not got any sort of hashes around it, so you think, oh, this is actually okay, because there's nothing between here and the edge of the map. As soon as you go there, it activates as a basically misbehaviour, and so I can try to go down as much as I can. There's not going to be a guard coming along to open that up. We've got a sniper tower here to contend with. Not round here, but there is one further up. I do think we'll be able to get down and round. I'm just waiting for someone to come along and open that up. I could probably go this way and around, but obviously that means interacting with some more guys. And oh, I was disappointed there. I thought this guard was going to open that up. All right, I think I may change my mind and go around this way. So let's just see. That guy's going that way, and obviously this is misbehaviour. And oh, okay, the doggo absolutely knocked us out because I don't have any level of toughness. Okay, what I'm going to do is I am going to get extremely tough. So let's see about punching these. Also, some level of quickness might be in order, but we'll see how we get on. I'm just going to max speed this out while I basically do a Yui and just go round and round and round. And oh, we've been took out there. Okay, but I can just literally come out here, and there's like 4 phone booths I can just break. So by the time we've taken those out, we head a little bit over to the left here and go for obviously things like the punch bags, and what's also an instant break. It's only got like 1 HP, I think, is the weights benches. So you punch that, it's like an instant. It's an instant takeout. So it is a reputation point pinata, this entire thing here, and the doggos are very much on my heels, and if I stay stish for too long, they will actually take a bite. There we go. So I've got 14 points, 15, 16. I think that'll probably do. I'm just going to skip punishments there and go for very quick and very swim and very speed, and let's see if I can get out. I think the last one was just a bit of bad luck. I don't want to be obviously where the dogs are, so I'm going to have to see if we can get around this way. I could go around there. Oh, there's a helicopter going past, so I can force my way this way. Oh, looks like this guy's coming along, so we'll be able to get past here. So I'll actually do some sprinting here, and then coming down and around. The thing I'm worried about is if I ever see a laser line coming at me, we know what that means. The sniper has line of sight, and let's see if we can get across. I'm not seeing any line, but it doesn't mean that they haven't got. Yeah, that's that's what I thought. So there is a weakness in the facility, in the sense that we're not drawing line of sight from that bottom right corner where all the staff only areas are, and you can very much get out quite easily without any great hassle. However, in the previous sort of build series, not one single escape, so I'm not really too worried. It's just, obviously, it's an isolated incident with this being the escape mode, because we can do the best for us. Either way, that's been a bit of Prison Architect. We've done some testing, we've done some escaping, and that was the no perimeter wall facility. A quirky, interesting design, just, well, flawed by its very nature, but it was a bit of a challenge and something a bit different. If you have any tips, comments, suggestions for different builds or anything you would like to see, then by all means, put it in the comments. Hope you have enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching, take care, and generic partings.